Welcome to Business Book Daily. Today I'm breaking down a book about behavioral economics, irrational choices, and why businesses make better decisions when they design around how people actually behave. I'll cover the big idea, the practical business lesson, and 3 sharp insights you can use right away. Let's get into it. But first, a word from our sponsor. Want to sell more without adding fixed payroll? A lot of smart operators hire commission-only reps, experienced sellers who get paid only when they produce results. If that sounds like a smarter way to scale, post your opportunity at commissiononly.com. Thousands of motivated reps are actively looking for performance-based roles right now. Commissiononly.com. Today's book is Misbehaving by Richard Thaler. Thaler is a Nobel Prize-winning economist and University of Chicago professor known for helping create the field of behavioral economics. His core argument is simple. Traditional economics often assumes people make perfectly rational decisions, but real people don't behave that way. They get emotional, avoid losses, follow defaults, overvalue what they already own, and make choices based on context. That's what makes this book useful. People aren't calculators. Customers don't always choose the cheapest option. Employees don't always respond to incentives the way leaders expect. Investors don't always act calmly. Buyers, managers, and teams are influenced by fear, habit, fairness, defaults, framing, and emotion. The book makes a clear point. Business, policy, and strategy get better when they're designed for actual human behavior instead of idealized logic. A strategy can look perfect on paper and still fail if it ignores how people really think. One of the strongest ideas in the book is that humans are not econs. Traditional economics often imagines people as perfectly rational decision makers who always maximize their own benefit. Real people are messier. They procrastinate, get attached, make emotional choices, and care about fairness. Business leaders shouldn't build products, policies, or incentives for imaginary perfect users. They should build for real people with real limits. Another key lesson is that mental accounting shapes decisions. People treat money differently depending on where they think it belongs. A customer may spend a bonus more freely than a paycheck, even though both are money. A company may protect one budget while wasting another. The way money is framed can change how people use it. The book also explains why losses feel bigger than gains. People usually feel the pain of losing more strongly than the pleasure of gaining. That's why customers resist price increases, employees hate losing benefits, and teams cling to old projects even when better options exist. Taking something away often creates a stronger reaction than offering something new. There's also a useful lesson about defaults. People often stick with the option that's easiest, pre-selected, or already in place. That's why defaults matter in retirement plans, subscriptions, onboarding flows, and internal processes. If the best choice requires extra effort, many people won't make it. Smart design makes the better choice easier to choose. Another important idea is that fairness affects behavior. People don't only care about price or personal gain. They also care whether a deal feels fair. A company can damage trust by raising prices, changing terms, or cutting benefits in a way that feels exploitative, even if the move makes financial sense. So how do you apply this? Start by looking at where your business assumes people will behave rationally. Review your pricing, customer experience, employee incentives, checkout flow, onboarding, and internal policies. If the system depends on people reading every detail, comparing every option, or making the correct choice under pressure, it may be too fragile. Next, pay attention to framing. The same offer can feel very different depending on how it's presented. A discount, fee, bonus, subscription, or guarantee can change behavior based on the story around it. Before changing the product itself, test whether a clearer frame helps customers understand the value. Then use defaults carefully. If you want employees to save more, customers to onboard faster, or users to choose a better plan, make the preferred action simple and obvious. Don't hide important choices, but do remove unnecessary friction. Good design helps people do what they already want to do. After that, watch for loss aversion. Customers may react strongly when prices rise, features disappear, or terms change. Employees may resist changes that feel like something's being taken away. When you need to make a change, explain the reason clearly, Give people time to adjust, and avoid making the loss feel careless or unfair. Finally, test behavior instead of trusting theory. A business idea can sound logical in a meeting and still fail with real people. Use small experiments, customer interviews, A/B tests, pilots, and usage data to see what people actually do. The goal isn't to judge people for being irrational. The goal is to build systems that work with human behavior instead of fighting it. Now, here are 3 insights worth sharing. First, the biggest mistake in business is assuming customers make decisions like spreadsheets instead of people. Second, defaults, framing, and fairness can change behavior as much as price or features. Third, a strategy that ignores human behavior can look smart in a meeting and fail the second real people touch it. Today's closing sponsor is memoirghostwriting.com. Many of the best business books start as ideas leaders have been refining for years. Memoirghostwriting.com works with founders, executives, and industry experts to turn those ideas into polished business books that build authority, attract leads, and open doors. They handle everything from interviews to writing to editing to publishing. If there's a book in your head that should already be helping your business, learn more at memoirghostwriting.com. That's it for today. See you next time.